we've got Josh here. Josh, the Byrna SD. Very exciting. You've already told me that, accuracy is one of the big things for me. Like, this is accurate to 60 feet, 8-inch groups. Tell me more. Like, what makes this pistol stand out?
Byrna is definitely one of the first companies to be able to take a pneumatic 68 caliber launcher and shrink it down into the size it's actually feasibly carried by people, whether it's on their belt, whether it's in a bag, in a glove box, and give them an increased set of capabilities than they've never had before. One with, like you said, the accuracy and distance, triple the distance of anything that's available out there in the less lethal space, plus the reliability. This uses an 8-gram CO2 cartridge, which is commercially available. Using our proprietary pull pierce technology, it allows you to put that CO2 cartridge in there and it does not pierce the cartridge. The only thing that pierces a cartridge is that trigger pull. So that first trigger pull simultaneously pierces a cartridge and sends that first round, which means that it truly is something that you can set up and put where it needs to go and it'll be there when you need it.
So tell me more about, like, how do I load this? How do I get this set up?
Absolutely. So there's really two things you need to do. We need to load the CO2 and the rounds in the magazine. So the CO2 end cap comes out and the CO2 is going to load in here basically where the guide rod would be in a standard pistol, right underneath the barrel here. So CO2 cartridge goes in neck first.
And it hasn't pierced yet.
Correct. And as I screw it down in here, it won't either. So obviously it's a little dry out here today. My hands are a little dry, but that's okay, because in the back base plate of every single one of our magazines is a little hex key.
Oh, look at that.
That helps assist you in screwing that in. It doesn't get torqued down, it just gets screwed in so that it's nice and tight and snug. And then obviously we have rounds loaded in the magazine. The magazine goes into the launcher and that is it. Our chamber indicator's up that lets us know that
so it's hot right now.
Yeah, that there is a round in the chamber and it's ready to go. This will now sit indefinitely wherever you need to put it until it's ready to go.
So I see it's got a safety, you've got your iron sights. It's magazine fed. We're looking at 7 rounds, is that correct?
Yeah, our new magazines are 7-round magazines. We have a 5-round magazine option.
5 as well. Nice rail section here for weapon lights and laser sights.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really comes down to the chance of having to use lethal force versus anything else. The chance of having to use lethal force is so slim. It's so slim that your chance of having to use some other type of force to get yourself out of an altercation is so much greater, and this fits that bill of having that wide swath of options to be able to use either direct impact or indirect impact utilizing a chemical agent in these rounds.
And you guys have lots of different options for the chemical agents, the different projectiles. I think the next thing is I really want to shoot this.
Absolutely. So the great part about this is that now that it's set up, the only thing you have to do to employ it is literally take it off a safe, put it on fire, pull that trigger, and it's going to shoot for you.
Well, let's do it.
Absolutely.